Yeah, Caleb, this drug is literally impacting hundreds of people across Southern Oregon on a daily basis now. Whether they're a teen, a young adult, or someone even in their mid-30s, this drug is not only putting people in the hospital right now, but it's killing them.
It took a while to get here, but now it's here, and it's here in a big way.
Fentanyl overdoses throughout Medford and across Jackson County are reaching levels never seen before.
It's highly sought after, and that's in spite of how dangerous it is. And that's the concern with fentanyl is how dangerous it is.
With suspected fentanyl overdoses across the county in 2021, near or even greater than deaths from the coronavirus in just the prior year. And right here in the heart of Medford,
we are responding to about an overdose a day and also investigating a fatal overdose about every week.
The crisis is growing.
Those numbers are unheard of compared to just a couple of years ago, where overdoses were in the single digits. And now we have, like in 2021, we had about 57 suspected fentanyl overdoses. And we know that fentanyl really is the #1 drug issue that we have here in the valley.
But it's not just in Jackson County.
We see on average, probably roughly 5 deaths a month.
Over the last several days, I've reached out to several law enforcement agencies across Josephine, Klamath, Curry, and Lake counties to find out just how widespread this problem is, and discovered that in 3 out of those 4 counties that I spoke with, fentanyl-related overdoses and deaths are skyrocketing.
Your career as, in law enforcement, have you ever seen a drug problem like this before?
My history is a little bit shorter than most, but as I talk to, most of the senior folks in our agency, as well as talk to a lot of folks on the fire side and EMS side, they've not seen anything like this.
I've never seen a problem like we have now with our opiates and our fentanyl on the street.
After 31 years on the force, Lieutenant Jeff Hattersley has seen a lot, but in all that time, he told me he's never experienced a drug crisis this bad, not only across Grants Pass, but the entire West Coast.
I've never seen it to the level where people are overdosing at these high numbers in all the different cities that we have here in Southern Oregon and on the West Coast.
And told me that the decriminalization of smaller amounts of drugs in Oregon has only exacerbated this problem.
I think that House bill has a great reason for us seeing the increase in the drug addiction and the drug use that we're seeing on the streets. There's really, unfortunately, no incentive right now for people that are stopped with user amounts of narcotics, of heroin or fentanyl, to go into rehab.
But one thing is for certain, this war against fentanyl is expected to keep growing, and something needs to be done.
You don't know what you're going to get, and fentanyl is very dangerous and it's very fatal, and we've seen a lot of people die from it. So I think it's just the uncertainty of knowing what you're getting and the risk of potentially dying if you take just a tiny amount too much. And that's really the risk, whether it's a pill or a powder. That's the risk with using.
Now, after speaking with several law enforcement agencies over the last several days, there doesn't seem to be a clear answer right now on how to exactly solve this problem. But some of the solutions that officials told me is either just getting more funding to not only help put more officers on patrol to help make more arrests, but also to put more funding into education about the dangers of this drug.